Have you ever believed a story that you see online and you believe it just based on the headline? Most likely, you all have seen some type of fake news on your phone through scrolling through social media. Roughly 85% of young adults between 18 to 24 have some form of social media on their device. My name's Chloe Burdett, and I'm here today to tell you about fake news and how it affects our everyday lives. I've been researching this topic intensely for the past few weeks, but before that, I was an avid news watcher, follower of anything that had to do with current events, and researcher of all my facts. I'm someone who searches out news from all different types of sources and media outlets. I would be lying to you today if I told you I've never fallen victim of fake news as I scroll on social media. Thankfully, we all have other resources to compare, but over half of the country chooses to rely only on news that they get from social media. Today, I will be telling you about what fake news is, the impacts it has, and how fake news spreads through our society, and how you can possibly detect it to stop the spread. I hope when we're done here today, the endless scrolls on TikTok and now will be a little more eye-opening to what you see and what you believe. So, what is fake news? Fake news is the spreading of misleading information. It has a goal in mind to damage the reputation of someone or something that can be used in a way to lead people to believe someone that's not necessarily factual. The term fake news has always been around, but in recent years, it's became a little more intact through politics. Through politics, it's been used more, talked about more, and we've seen that. According to an article in 2021 through the BBC, the term fake news has been brought up 5 million times online and has been used about 2 million times on Twitter. So, with that being said, what are the effects that fake news has on our society? The spread of misinformation is a great threat to our democratic society. We have seen this in past elections, government security, and a lack of trust in our country's leaders. Having everything out there in the public, true or false, opens a floodgate of different opinions and a chance for the facts to get skewed. This leads to many people feeling anxious and or depressed due to the spreading of misinformation and creating a societal divide. For example, we saw this with COVID-19. According to the National Library of Medicine, infodemic knowledge can cause psychological disorders, panic, fear, and depression. So, how does fake news spread? According to the Psychological Association, people are more likely to share misinformation when it aligns with people of identity or social norms. If people believe it, they will share it. Some people who share fake news know it's fake, but they either find it funny or it aligns more with their beliefs, so with that post, they still decide to share it. Social media uses algorithms to track and interests and engagements. Even if you do not physically share the fake news, if you're liking, commenting, or showing any interaction, the app will detect that and will continue to share these things on your feed and others as well. Lastly, and most importantly, how you can detect fake news. I want to leave you with a checklist on how to spot fake news. I know most of you might not do this every day, and you shouldn't have to, but this is important to do when you're discussing more important matters, researching topics for school or work, and when you want to know the actual truth. This is a checklist that Cornell University put together so you can spot fake news. Consider the source is first. Then you want to read beyond just the title or cover page. Make sure that you're not just reading the title and believing that. You want to go into the article and see if any new information has come about. Then you want to check the author and supporting sources. If the author and supporting sources are not legit, you have your answer. Then you want to check the date. Make sure the date is within 5, I would say at max years. If it's not a good and updatable article. Then you want to ask yourself, is this a joke? If it's something that you find funny or that others might find funny, chances are it's not real news because it shouldn't be funny. Then you want to check your biases. You don't want to read an article that's too biased on your opinions, too biased on others. You want to read an article that is biased in the middle, which means non-biased. And then you want to ask the experts. If all of those things didn't clarify your choices, ask the experts online or through an article on Google. So today, I've shown you the dangers and challenges that fake news can cause when it's believed to be real news. We discuss the ways it can affect society and the ways we, as members of society, should help slow the spread. Next time you're scrolling on social media and you see a story that might or might not be true, instead of just scrolling past it, try to stop it yourself. Stop the spread of fake news. You would hate for one day for one of these stories to personally affect you. Thank you so much for listening.